Alright gamers, is this thing on? We're back. Ascension frickin' 2, dude. It gets serious starting right now because normal enemies, that's right, they're gonna be a little bit deadlier from this point forward, okay. Listen, let's have some fun. Rare relic, at the end of your turn, gain 1 block for each card in your hand. Okay, kinda crazy, kinda interesting. Kind of crazy, sexy, cool, kind of TLC with it. And I'm not talking about the Learning Channel where they play 90 Day Fiancé 8 hours a day. I'm just thinking. So right now, this is like a fairly minimal amount of passive block. Maybe it's not minimal. I mean, it's probably, on average, it's going to be like 2 extra block per turn. My mathing is all gonna be messed up as a result of this, but that's fine. It makes it harder to calculate, but obviously like better to use. Maybe we just play our run. I love Tantrum. Maybe we just play the run as we normally would and only worry about Cloak Clasp like when it's relevant. That seems to make sense for me. To me, I should say. Enter Wrath, do 12 damage. Enter Vigilance after. I could do 9 damage, then 12 damage, then spend a miracle. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. We only have so many ways to change stance right now, so I think it makes sense to try to maximize their utility. I don't even know if we're gonna be going for stance dancing. It just seems like that's a likely way to make things happen. Although, to be honest with you, having like extra block with cards in hand seems to improve the quality of draw. Maybe we can mix it up and take something like Prey, which on a turn like this kind of goes crazy. And I'm not even going to attack you. I'm going to get the extra energy stored so we can pop out into a different stance. This should be fine, right? Like, we don't kill you, but that leaves us in a good spot. And I might be, like, way off base here. I don't really know how to make a mantra deck click, but it's an interesting idea. We don't need to go, like, 100% into the mantra, I think, but, like, we got some mantra-enabling cards. Let's give it a chance, man. Heal me now, and then I feel like we're way better off to... Wow, that's interesting. We're way better off to fight elites then. Chrysalis. Let's go Chrysalis. I'm kind of tempted to bottle some miracles. I feel like just in general, like using your potions on the first elite that you see makes a lot of sense. Also, spending your energy on a turn in which you're already in the Wrath stance also seems to make a lot of sense. Hang on, I just had to get my prostrate checked. This doesn't seem too bad. Sure, we've taken a small amount of damage, but it really doesn't seem that bad. Pray we're a little further off where I'd like to be. Let me think about this. I think we'd like to end our turn in Vigilance with Simmering Fury making us go to Wrath next turn. So let's do some damage. Vigilance, Simmering Fury. We got enough cards in hand to not take any damage. It's a different way. I like literally every time... Well, we can't even find a way to kill you, huh? That's crazy. Every time I have played the Watcher, including on my phone, I've just like rushed a stance type deck. So you're gonna have to cut me some slack here as I come to terms with and figure out just what the heck we're trying to rock with here. Obviously, I mean, maybe it's not obvious, but we're facing the consequences of not having other ways to exit Wrath. So presumably... it would be advantageous for us. 3 mantra, 4 block, 4 mantra. Scry 4. Scry 4 is pretty good because we only want to draw what we want to draw. And in a thin deck, scrying can allow you to choose the cards that you draw. Do we want to enter Wrath then? Or do we want... we wait for our setup cards, right? Anyway, I think I can work through this. It might just take me a little more time. The start of your turn, scry 4. So, I don't want to see basic defense if you're not attacking. I do want to build up some divinity, and then we might as well attack you. And now we got to be a little bit more serious. I think you could dump the eruption, but keep the tantrum coming. So like a tantrum, attack, vigilance. That's not too bad. I want to see you. I don't care about the eruption, so let's get those all out of here. I'm trying to get to divinity as fast as possible, basically. This gets us there, which gives us energy and then triples our damage for 1 turn. But tripling our damage doesn't really do anything. We want to save divinity for a future turn. This is not the right turn for it. Unless we want to do 15 damage. No, I'd like to save it. I know it's crazy. We could easily draw it next turn. Either way, the eruption is something that's okay to draw, but we can just enter divinity instead, but this will put us into wrath form. Okay, so eruption first, then enter divinity where we do triple damage. Okay, we sort of got there. We're figuring out the theory of it at least. I think we want draw and we want damage, so wheel kick seems like a no-brainer. And look at this, we're back in puzzle mode already. Let me take a peek at the boss. Obviously, I don't really know what I'm doing, okay? But wheel kick, 20 damage, sure. 20 damage plus 2 draw. We got 0 cost cards. I can see the utility there. Me personally, I'm like, maybe we should just like dump you right off the bat. And if I attack you, like I'm taking no damage, right? Thanks to Cloak Clasp. So there's no need to do any chicanery or anything. Now you gotta go, which means that we're okay. Yeah, dude, the miracle being 1 passive block is kind of sick, huh? Like, it just makes a miracle even better than it already was, and I think it was already pretty good. I would love to have more ways to exit stance, and this is also damage, so give me that. That way, we can actually be a little bit more, or maybe even like a lot more aggressive about our entering the wrath state, as long as we actually draw some attacks, which apparently is not possible. Yeah, and then let me see. Probably you have to do that just to take no damage, and we really don't want to take damage before the elite fight. I would love to see these cards right here. This kills you. I mean, I guess they both kill you, so we don't have to think about it too much. And Scrawl seems like a gimme. Draw more cards. Even if you have no energy, you still get a lot more block out of that. Start me off. I'm going to be a little aggro here. Drink the stance potion. Put me in wrath. And then I think you just go to town. Now, we don't need much next turn, but there is a chance we don't get it. There's more than a chance, brother. 4 blocks. Sure, we take those. I can't believe... Oh, but that... Wait, I entered Divinity, which is great because it caused me to exit Wrath, which means I'm not taking so much damage. Okay, I'm accidentally making good decisions. Things you love to see. And 372 gold. I have no idea what I could really be looking for. I've been making better use of Omamori. Possibly you do a lot of damage with that on turn 1. I was tempted to remove a card as well, but I honestly thought it was kind of like the coward's way out. More mantra? It's like 2 of them. At some point we're going to want it. Eruption being... Whoop, I closed the game accidentally, or I minimized it. Eruption being half price is worth something. Okay. So you starting vulnerable is very nice. Let's erupt. Let's scroll, see what we get out of it. In the future, having Foresight out there is going to be really nice. And you know what? We have a real chance to exit Wrath by entering Divinity in like 2 turns. I do want to see Wheel Kick. I do want to see Tantrum.
I don't want to break you on this turn. I want to break you on the next turn.
Play a Slime. I think this is fine. Yeah, no, this is right. Play these 2. Gain Divinity. Hit you for 36. And we might as well enter Calm. I didn't even think about the letter opener, but... Now, Empty Fist exits Calm, which is great. Like, I think the scrying is actually, dare I say, and I don't think I dare, but dare I say, it feels like it's almost even more powerful than the stance dancing that we've been doing. I can just pick the cards that I want to draw, and Blizzard thinks this is balanced. Like, it's a dream come true, brother. Look at this. We didn't even use any potions. I mean, Judgment is tempting. You don't... It sounds crazy. We, like, don't really need Scrawl. Because we're not... we need damage, and Judgment is kind of damage. Yeah, we only have, like, 1 good attack. That is a good point. I think you have to go Pandora's Box. It's an interesting idea. Love it. Love it. Whenever you gain block, apply 1 week to all enemies. Love it. Sanctity. I like it. I think this is an absolute win, man. I don't know if maybe we're suffering a little bit defensively, but we did get a couple blocks in there. Used to have a little, now we have a lot, man. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. I think we're in a good spot. Let's take this floor a little conservative for now. Because I'm still trying to figure out my gauge for whether or not we're doing well. We should consider using potions. Got to be careful with the Distilled Chaos with no way to exit stance. Whenever you block this turn, frickin' apply 1 week to all enemies. I don't know if I'm... Well, I guess I am by definition blocking because I'm going to have Cloak Clasp. I'm going to pop it. Okay, a little semi-useless. They're doing 12. I'll play Prey and then literally just pass turns so we weaken you and gain some block from Cloak Clasp, then not take damage because we have no means of healing. Now, Eruption, Wheel Kick, Foresight, Insight, Tranquility, Miracle, Tantrum, Wheel Kick. You're dead, right? Like, look at the potency we got going on here. I actually just don't think we need Cut Through Fate. We have a lot of draw. We have a lot of relatively passive scry. Every time I say scry, I feel like I'm doing an impression of Link from Super Smash Bros. 64, but I digress. You didn't need to know that about me. 1 week to all enemies? I mean, it's been, as far as I'm concerned. Now you're doing 0 damage. Scrawl me? And there's a lot that can be done here. I'm gonna go with my Foresight and my Conclude because it's very low mental overhead and you're all probably dead next turn. We might be rinsed at some point, but I think with the amount of scry we've got going and our ability to manipulate divinity. Yeah, I was just making sure we were using the right name. I think that we're looking good, let's put it that way. So this kills you. This kills you. This kills you. Nothing to worry about. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I just want to be very careful about adding cards what I would consider to be unnecessarily. Because as soon as we play Foresight, like the whole world opens up to us. We can choose what we draw like almost every single turn. I'm going to pause it right there. I'm realizing the value of Cloak Clasp is that we can just have our cards be 1 block each, which sounds horrendous. But I think is actually... It's nice to have the flexibility and to not be forced to have to use it. You're doing 17 damage, which we do not care about one way or the other. We are going to put up some block, obviously. Let's scrawl it up, and then let me just take a peek at you for a second. I guess I would Miracle Pray. We don't need to play our Insight, but we can. I don't know why I would. I don't know why I wouldn't. But we don't have to worry about it is the important thing, because you guys are weak forever now. This will allow us to enter Divinity, which is really good. So all we want now is attacks. Enter Divinity. We have tons of energy. Draw attacks. Sure, I'll take it. Get roasted, fool. It ends my turn. I was like, I'm just going to play Judgment. You can't play Judgment afterwards. It ends your turn, brother. Well, either way, you're cooked, but good to remember for the future. I mean, honestly, I think that the prostrates totally fit the deck right now. You will not catch me being a coward in this situation, I'll tell you that. And in fact, I think we want to, like, Tantrum, and Conclude. And that's a really good start. That's like a really, really good start. I don't really need a speed potion right now. Vulnerability is nice for sure, but I think we got such a good thing going right now. I'm skeptical about messing it up too much. So what do we not play? Don't overthink it. We've had lots of opportunities to play pressure points. We've never played it. I don't think it's essential to gain, like, one extra mantra off of these. 2 weak to all enemies would be nice, because then it lasts long enough to build up some reserve for us. Okay, I could see that. How about a power potion on this one? Honestly, I think we could do really well with an Insight in our hand every time. I'm not just taking it because I'm not like other girls and it's like a little bit of a different pick, I promise. We'll take 1. I can live with taking 1 damage here. To get that kind of scrying out here, we never have to draw a wound we don't want to draw anyway. And I'm all about Divinity right now. Me in 2017 when Original Sin 2 came out. Don't lie, you didn't play it. I played it! I didn't finish it because I got, like, it's a long game, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but I played it! I'm going to freeze you right there. You know, we got to start doing some damage, which requires us to enter Divinity, I think. Let me see. I mean, we could enter Wrath, to be fair, but let's see what we draw. Well, I got no problems entering Wrath then, if we have the ability to exit the stance. It's all Wrath as far as the eye can see, huh? 12 block. I'm gonna pop the block potion and then gain some more mantra. Next turn we probably hit Divinity. I don't mind using 2 potions to not take damage against an elite. That seems pretty reasonable. We literally drew draw. I know it's a strange sentence. Okay, enter Divinity, draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. Enter Divinity. Draw 2 cards. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Then I'm going to use the 2 cards I drew to draw 2 more cards. When you Pot of Greed into a Pot of Greed, we simply don't need these. I admire them, but I don't need them. I'd like Judgment to have a slightly bigger target, even though we don't necessarily need it to kill enemies. It'll be nice. I guess I'm thinking in terms of the opportunity cost if it misses. It always feels bad when an enemy's like at 33 HP and you're like, "Urgh." Might not be the most rational way to look at it, but that's how I'm going to look at it. And then, dude, let's start getting these... Let's get these prostates buffed, man. You don't have to be a urologist these days. Lots of people are doing it, probably. So they start weak, and they're only going to get weaker. Is this the most busted character in roguelite history? Like, you can literally play whatever kinds of cards you want, and they can't harm you. No enemy can harm you. You got answers to everything, man. Like, I'll tantrum on you any day of the week. I don't have to play Scrawl, bro. I don't have to play Scrawl. I'll play it next time. We're going to enter Divinity next turn anyway, presumably. Yerp, there it is right there. Divinity. So let's enter it. Hit you for 60 damage and it's over for you, man. Now, 316 gold. If we have a long... I mean, Tori is amazing, too. If we have a long fight, though, I think we'll be happy with... Well, what is an... I'm trying to think of an X card. So we might reach the point where we just have too much energy to do anything with. And, like, what's our kill shot? If we have an enemy with, like, 250 HP, you're just going to play wheel kick, like, 4 or 5 times and then hope to finish it off with, like, a judgment? Because, like, I think Ice Cream works amazing for us on long fights. Because if we enter Divinity, we're going to get a ton of energy, play all our cards, and then we'll be able to roll the energy forward. I still think it's the right play, actually, because we can also conserve energy on turns where, like, a Cloak Clasp would go crazy. But I'm going to transform 2 cards. I don't think we're really playing Tranquility. And I don't think we really need a second Tantrum with what we're rocking here. So Devotion gives us 2 Mantra at the start of a turn. I would say that fits the bill, like, quite nicely for us. I forget what the other card is. Simmering Fury? I think that's fine. Like, it's another way to enter Wrath in a controlled way, which I think is good. Probably. This is exactly what I wanted to see, man. It's exactly what I wanted to see. Don't care for it. Care for everything else. Okay. Just peeping it. We like Wave of the Hand. We like Sanctity. We can kill a unit of our choice. Miracle. Do we want a miracle? Do we want to? I don't know what I'm doing here. You don't have to play miracle. We'd probably like to gain the mantra though. So let's go ahead and do so, and then we're gonna weaken the enemies once more. So we take 10. I know we got potions, but like not all of our block is coming from potions. So I feel like this is Divinity for us. So let's just get rid of the Prostrate for now, because we don't need it. Yeah, this is Divinity. Now we're doing triple damage. Hit you with this. Let's play an Insight. Let's play a Sanctity. Let's kill you. Get this out of our hand. Play an Insight. Play this, get it out of our hand. I don't want to exit my stance until I'm playing my last card. But I actually think our last card is going to be Simmering Fury. So let's do 9 damage 3 times. Well, I guess it's the same. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, huh? Let's do 9 damage 3. Oh, you know what? No, it's not. Let's do 24 damage 3 times. And then enter Wrath and draw 2 extra cards next turn, which puts us in a very reasonable position to maybe even kill you on this turn. So we're going to be on 6-3. This might put us back in Divinity. It definitely does. A lot of things do. So let's start there. And then we'll kick you for 60. Literally hit you with basically anything. And dude, this is popping off, man. I mean, it's Ascension 2, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't mind an Omniscience to like play a power twice. Like I feel like scrying 4 2 times is pretty good. It's not the same as scrying 8, but we only have 18 cards in our deck though. Are we better off with just another scrawl? I don't know. Or like a double devotion. I just feel like we don't need it. Like we were hitting Divinity on like every turn. So I guess like just another scrawl is something. And truth be told, I think we just cursed key. We could use the extra energy, and we'll just try to go to a shop after our chest of relics here. So probably you want to be on one of these 2 lines, so we can just start right there. I'm only like wary because this does feel like some Watcher runs that I've had on my phone where like I'm playing it and I'm like, I can't possibly lose, and then it all falls apart. Like really quick. You end one turn in the wrong stance and get hit for like lethal plus 1,000. I don't think we care about those. So the obvious play is... Well, I guess the obvious play is you'd enter Divinity and then draw a bunch. And then Judgment kills you because Letter Opener got you deep enough. You might as well Sanctity. I'm really just trying to get to the point where maybe we just draw Wheel Kick, which is exactly what happened. I feel like this is an outrageously powerful run. I've discarded the potion I did not want to discard. That one's my bad. Honestly, I think we can tank a Worship in this deck, and it's just going to make it even more reliable to get to Divinity. Maybe even on turn 1, which could actually make like a reasonable difference. 3 energy. I'm just studying it. You know how dogs is and all that. Turn 1 wasn't even paying attention. You're dead. They got to do something about this character, man. I mean, it's only Ascension 2, but they're too good. I'm pulling up the ladder after me, okay? I don't care if it's bad vibes. 6 of these. So if we were to draw Worship, we enter Divinity on turn 1. What are the odds of that, though? I can't believe we actually didn't. Just give me a second here. It's one of the 5 cards remaining back here. Okay, well, you know what? If you're going to force my hand, I guess I could wait 1 turn for it to come to pass. If you're going to be like that. Yeah, I'll draw... It's literally the last card. That's so funny. I will draw Worship. And then... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you're dead. You're dead. We didn't even need it, like, at all, but... Good to know. I would definitely fight you for a rare relic at this point. It doesn't matter if we do, and I don't think it matters if we don't either. This turn's a little spicy, though. Let's scrawl first. Just want to see what we're working with. It's disgusting. So Pray Worship is triple damage and refunded energy. So that's like a no-brainer. This literally kills you. This takes you down to Judgment range. I don't have any energy left. It kills you with the Letter Opener. That's disgusting, man. 232. Let's save our money for the shop. Oh. We didn't have to open this. Kind of a rare situation. It might have been better not to open it. Oh, but we have Omamori, so we don't even get the curse. Dude, I don't know what to say. It just keeps getting better and better, man. Even when we make mistakes. And it's not me, necessarily. Like, I think we've been getting a little lucky and, like, blessed as well. But, like, you gotta admit, it's pretty funny. If we scrawl, like, our block goes insane. I know we don't get to play anything, but... I guess it was the same as just ending our turn, now that I think about it. Okay, yeah, this turn we may actually have to put up some block if possible. It's not really possible, so this one's gonna sting a little bit, man. Maybe it's what I deserve for talking so much smack. Now on this turn, all I'm gonna say is we're very lucky we have no draw. That's not something that happens that often. We're going to be back in Divinity next turn, but you're going to be taking no damage because of intangibility. Still, we can weaken you. We can play, like, Wheel Kicks for blocks. We can enter Divinity twice on the same turn. It's actually, like, demonstrably bad play. We don't have blocks. There's no blocks in the deck, just so you guys know. There's none blocks. Holy cow, Lois, a hit block. I guess we should have played that a long time ago. A block? Takes a while to get there, though. We might have to rest, and I take that. Well, you know what? If anybody asks, we're just taking full advantage of Lizard Tail, okay? Back in Divinity! Dang, Daniel. At it again with the triple damage. We're back. Dreamcatcher Fairy in a bottle. We're back. We're back. 5 damage whenever you attack this enemy. Gain 2 block. Ooh. And then the block also generates weak. Ooh. It's actually so funny that we have Omamori. And I was worried about the curses from Cursed Key. Yes. Scrawl me. This time, I learned my lesson from the last one. Play the powers that are your win conditions. Don't worry about dealing with goofy stuff, man. Play the powers that generate the advantage that you use to select the cards that you play to win the game, and then win the game. You don't need to overcomplicate it. So we're on 8 energy. Guess what? We're on 8, well, we are on 8 energy, weirdly enough, but 8 mantra. Now we're on 11 mantra. And I hit you with a little wheel kick. I hit you with another wheel kick. I like the first one so much. Draw 2 cards, a little bit more mantra, so we're going to enter Divinity Stance next turn. Don't mind if I do. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I'd rather just hit you for like 31, because we're going to enter Divinity next turn anyway. We could definitely use some more attacks. Like good attacks. Okay, so you're going to be weak forever. No disrespect or whatever. Double wheel kick. Very valuable, very important, very swag. I like it. Kind of crazy we are taking damage, although that is probably because we have no blocks in our deck now that I think about it. It's a good point. It's a good point. Won't this give me 3 energy when I play it? No, because it only gives you the energy. This is good to know when you enter the divinity state, not when you recreate it. So I don't even know where we're at in mantra terms. We're on 3. That's like the worst amount of mantra, man. Now we're on 10. That's like the best amount of mantra. Alright, we were just playing with our food on that one, to be honest. I wish I knew that upgraded Talk to the Hand was coming. Molten Egg. Not the best relic to get at this stage of our life, for sure, but I'm not complaining too much. As long as we get to play both of our powers on the first turn, without being like a jerk, I basically feel like we can't lose. Because we can just pick our hands from that point onwards. Like, I have no problem. I'm basically playing this to enter Wrath next turn to draw 2 cards. Because we're going to also enter Divinity just by playing the cards that we get naturally. So we're not in Divinity yet, but we got the 2 extra cards from Wrath. Now we're in Divinity. Now whenever I attack you, I'm going to block. And whenever I block, you're going to get weak. So you're going to be weak for the rest of your life. Get used to it. And I don't think, for what it's worth, that that's going to be very long. I don't think it's going to be very long at all. Because, well, I can tantrum on you. Let me think about this. This enters Wrath, and then Worship brings us back to Divinity. Oh, there goes Gravity. But you're not quite there yet. I can't quite get you there. I'm going to have to end my turn, man. That's crazy. I'm going to have to end my turn and take a reasonable amount of damage. Wow, I wouldn't worry about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Skill Potion. At this point, we should probably just finish the run, right? That makes sense to me. So what do we want to see early? Both of our, like, most important powers. It didn't happen. But wait, it's not over yet. Okay, it's not over yet. Because check this out. We enter Divinity, get 3 extra energy, draw 2 cards. It hasn't happened yet, but just give it a second here. I'd really like to see Foresight if possible. I don't believe it. This is an outrage. I'm gonna play Pray so that we can likely enter Divinity next turn because we're gonna be stuck on 6 Mantra. We're gonna be stuck on 9 Mantra. That's devastating for a guy like me. At least we only take 1 damage, but still. I'm a little embarrassed, to be honest with you. Now, in theory, your life should basically be over. Because I'm in Divinity. I'm in your walls. I'm applying block and then giving 2 weak. Eventually. Just give me a second here. Just give me a moment. Just got to draw the right card to make it happen. It just takes a second. Be patient, please. Be patient. That's not the one. This is also not the one. I think I want like this. Oh, I only have 1 energy left. We're on 9? Oh, that's fine then. I'll just hit you really hard. This has been a very fun run. This has been like a more fun watcher run than I'm used to. I know it sounds like pretty insulting to the watcher. Man, you're really gonna make me play Tantrum on this guy, huh? I don't really mean it that way. Like, I don't mean to be rude. But, like, this one has felt a little bit more like... Okay, what are you gonna do with the energy, though, bro? How about some draw? This one has felt a little bit more of, like, puzzle solving instead of just, like, dancing in and out of stances as much as possible. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I appreciate building this a little bit of a different archetype. Honestly, Spirit Shield seems to work with card clasp, so let's give it a chance. I don't think we need another Prey. If anything, we're like drawing too many mantra enablers. 5 damage whenever you attack, gain 2 block. I think we do this and this. Get the run kick-started. Foresight is a great get. Probably going to take a hit here, but you know, maybe just see what you're working with. It's something. We've got Pantograph anyway, so no big loss. Okay. Both powers have been played in record time. Probably should have played Worship a little early. We could play Scrawl. Well, if we're going to play Scrawl and Pray, you might as well play Worship, right? And what are we doing here? It's a good point. Why am I wasting my time here? Well, maybe because I could play Talk to the Hand, and then every time I attack you, you're going to get weakened twice. No, wait, because we still got Wave of the Hand. We need to get a Wave of the Hand. Which we did not. We're 1 away from Divinity. Just leave it, man. I'm embarrassed with myself. We need more draw. This is good. This is not necessary. This is more draw. That's very important. You know what? We're going to get a potion off of you anyway. So let's... Whenever you gain block, then gain block. No more draw. Like, this is... It's criminal, man. I need more attacks. I'm realizing, like, way too late. I need more attacks. Because I'm taking hits off this. This is no joke. I need block. I need block and I need draw. You might as well keep him weak forever, but... I need block. I need block and I need draw. That's block and draw right there. We don't need to play anything else. You could just play this, gain 27 block, pass it through to the next turn. And hold the insights in your hand, because you don't need to play them until you need to play them. And that makes sense. Pilot error. I mean, it wasn't like we faced serious consequences. but still. Deal 16 damage and additional damage equal to mantra gain this combat. Okay, that seems disgusting. I mean, I'm just gonna level with you. I'm gonna choose to live with that. And this is hubris, but like my whole thought process, essentially, I mean, there's draw in there, is that I don't think we need to fight any more enemies. Me personally, I think we've done our part there. Retained block. You could create an absolutely disgusting expunger, I guess, but third eye also kind of goes crazy with the scrying potential, but I kind of like the... I don't think I'm going to play it this turn, but we may find a turn where it goes insane and gives us kind of like a fun way to finish this off. Let me take a peek. Obviously with this and this, you have to play your devotion. Maybe go scrawl again. We're on 6, so let's enter triple damage. And then also pray. And then Brilliance does 93 damage, which is quite considerable. And then you do 60 damage, which is also considerable. Whenever I attack you, I'll gain 3 block. I mean, there's a lot to like there. I don't really mind taking a little bit of damage when you consider the ridiculous amount of tempo that we got going here. And then we're already on 8. We're on 8 mantra. So we're doing triple damage. I mean, I want to play a judgment on you if I can. I guess we don't, maybe we don't have the luxury, but still. Do you want to play insight here? I say freeze it. Why not freeze it? That way we can use it next turn. If we get like a brilliance, I'm pretty sure that it's just over for them. Okay, we're in Divinity, and we did get a Brilliance. I feel bad, but yeah, dude, this is what I wanted. I wanted, like, a sick expunger, but I think I'm just going to kill you with, like, a Judgment instead. Anyway, it ended up being a fun run. A little bit unusual for me. Not having fun, but, like, doing the stance dancing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I've said a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!